Just quickly, before we go to the phone lines, we will. The Curtis Jones tackle.
Mm-hmm.
It's divided a lot of people. I was watching Match of the Day and I was listening to Gary Neville. I love Gary Neville after the show. And Red, that was they didn't think it was a red. And one of the words that they kept using was there was no intent. And I'm like, I don't think the rule is to do with intent.
I think you've got intent comes into it. But
I don't think it does because you can't prove one way or the other the player intended to injure someone.
You can sometimes see by some tackles.
Yeah, but that's not to do with whether or not it's a red card,
no,
right?
But it's still intent because sometimes a player will leave their foot there knowing that it's probably going to do a bit of damage. A classic example.
Yeah.
When the fullback gets the ball at his feet and he's on the touchline and he goes to whip it down the line and the striker comes along and just leaves his foot there so that he's going to kick his foot and hurt his foot. That's intent. Right, that's intent. But in this one, by the letter of the law, yes, it's a red card. When you look,
he's come over the top of the ball. His studs are showing.
I always feel though that he's tried to nick the ball and his foot slid on top of the ball and then caught him.
Well, he wasn't in control.
Well, I wouldn't say he was even out of control.
He wasn't in control. Otherwise, he wouldn't have.
No, but his foot slipped.
It's a nasty challenge.
No, but listen, if your foot slips on top of the ball, what are you supposed to do?
But don't put your foot on top of the ball with your studs up.
But why?
Well, because that could happen.
Yeah, but I get that. But that's.
Do you think it was a red?
By the letter of the law, probably yeah. But I do have some sympathy with him.
Oh, it's a straight red for me.
Yeah, but you would say it's Liverpool.
No. Honestly, that's got nothing to do with it. It's like, you watched it. We've had this before, but our problem with it is he goes over to the screen.
Yeah.
And they might as well have a picture of him holding the gun to someone's head.
I hate that.
It's paused on what part? Oh, he's definitely. Yeah. That was ridiculous.
Studs, middle of the shin.
Yeah.
I would prefer the ref to go over to the screen and go, right, I'm ready, and then just play it as we saw it. Yeah. And then if they want to freeze it, all that. But when you've got it on the image on the front of the screen of his foot in the middle of his shin, what do you think's going to happen?
No. As he's walking over, in his ear, they go, we're going to play you 3 angles of that challenge. What do you think?
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, lack of communication again.
As a ref running over there and he's looking at that image, he's going, it's a red.
Imagine
Don't even show me anything else.
In a murder inquiry, and they go, we're going to show you the first image. This is a picture of the bloke holding a gun to someone's head.
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want the build-up to it, 3 different angles.
Exactly.
Let's speak to David. We are talking about all things VAR and that game, of course. Hi, David. How are you?
How you doing, guys? You all right?
Well, great. Very well. How are you today?
Yeah, really good. Well, be better if I weren't a Liverpool fan, but yeah.
Yeah. How did you watch it on the box?
Yeah, I watched it.
Okay.
Listen, that's probably... I mean, I was pro VAR prior, but this season it's horrific. It's almost as if...
But it's not, Dave. It's not the VAR. That usually does its job. But in this case, it was human error behind it, not actually watching the game. Nothing to do with the technology, right?
Well, yes and no. With the offside, I agree. That's human error. But with the Curtis Jones, the screen, I mean, literally like you said, Andy, like, let's just put a gun to your head. Like, why would you have that freeze frame and then be like, right, now have a look, mate?
Yeah, that's nuts.
Putting the judgment into the ref's head before he's even looked at what's actually gone on. I kind of agree a little bit. I think, it might be a red if you look at it. I don't think there was no intent. I don't think that you should be getting a 3-match ban for that. And it was a bit reckless. But the same as what Darren said. He's slipped. He's 50-50 challenge. His foot's gone over the ball. It looks nasty in the end. But I don't. You can't be given a 3-match ban for that. For me, anyway.
As I said, when you slow anything down, you look at the freeze frame. It looks horrific. The challenge, but I do feel sorry for him. I get it. Like, listen, if it happened against the team I support, I'd be thinking, what? That's 100%.
If that happened to you.
Yeah, but I can kind of understand it. Like he's tried to poke the ball and go past it, and his foot slipped on top of the ball, and he's gone into his foot. Like he's not gone in flying in and gone. Let me ask you this: if exactly the same thing happens. And he breaks his leg. Yeah, I'd still have the same.
Would you?
I'd have the same thought process to it.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. Steve, is it stuck? I can't even see my eyes. What does that say? Steen? Steen's up next. Hello, Steen.
Hi, Benji.
Hello, boss, you all right?
Well, can you hear us?
Nope.
We'll go back to Steen. Let's speak to Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hey, how you doing, lads?
I'm good. I'm very well. How are you today?
Yeah, not too bad. First time caller. Good show as always,
nice.
guys.
How long have you listened to TalkSport for?
Oh, I've listened for the last couple of years, to be honest.
Okay.
But,
who put you onto it, Ben? I'm always curious. Someone goes, hey, you ever heard TalkSport? How did that happen?
I heard. So I just a fella I know is kind of friends with Ali McCoist, and then I just got told, Ali goes on TalkSport quite a bit, and then I started listening basically because of that, and then that's it, basically.
What's your favourite show?
Oh, I don't know. It's a toss-up between the breakfast and you, lad.
Ben,
So
you're on drive time, so you should be saying drive time.
It's
You're on
probably
drive
the
time.
easiest question you're ever going to ask.
Isn't it? Borderline. It depends on how much.
No, it doesn't depend,
if
Ben.
If Man United win, then this isn't my favourite show because you just go on about it.
Well, at the moment, that's not a problem for you, is it? No. By head and shoulders, it's this show at the moment, sadly.
Yeah.
I hope you start to hate this show.
Yeah, I hope so too. Look, just regarding this whole Liverpool thing, I've been a Liverpool fan forever, and I think, yes, we're all upset, and a lot of noise being made about VAR, but I have more fundamental issues with the match day level of officiating. It just isn't good enough. Nothing about that game was good enough at all. Some of the early decisions were questionable. Then you get to the first thing with Jones. That's not a red card. I'm sorry. Anyone who's played football ever knows that's not a red.
Oh, I think that's a bit
that fast.
No.
Sar actually tugs Jones back a little bit, which imbalances him anyway. He then just tries to put the foot on the ball to go over the top, tries to bring it back, can't bring it back and then obviously it contacts Basuma. I get Basuma goes down like a sack of spuds, but that's, it's not a red for me.
I was worried about what was going to come out next.
It's shin. Save that language for the breakfast show.
I'm keeping it PC. My first version wasn't the same as that. Then Gakpo. Then there was a goal that wasn't, which was just a joke, and that's again poor implementation of VAR, or non-existent implementation of VAR. And again, the officials running it. Who are these officials? It needs overhauling, needs new people involved in it, because clearly they're just not up to the challenge. And then there's the Gakpo thing. Gakpo getting injured, no foul for that, even though there was a contact made right down his shin, nothing there. Jota's first yellow, almost non-existent challenge, followed by the player who's already on a yellow, tripping himself up.
The only thing I say about Jota is I think Jota's was probably 2 yellows. I think he was a bit sloppy, Jota. Especially the second one. Just let him run.
What
let him
about
go.
The first one? The second one was nuts when you were already booked.
Yeah.
Well, the first one was non-existent, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Did he touch him?
I think a little bit.
I don't think he did.
What I will say,
he tripped himself up.
We're talking about the officiating, right? This weekend, there's one I forgot about before we go to it later. Brentford, Forest, where the goalkeeper completely smashes Visser in his leg. Nothing.
How's that? I don't even... I had to watch it about 4 times, and I was like, what?
Nothing.
Again.
Even though Visser doesn't stay down, it's still a penalty.
Yeah. But why do you know that and I know that and everyone watching it knows that?
Well, I spoke to Dermot yesterday when I was on the show, and he said it should be a penalty. Stonewall.
Do you say that on air or off air?
On air.
Oh, that's interesting. Now let's speak to Anthony's up next. Hi, Ant.
Hi, Andy. Hi, Darren here.
How doing, boss?
How are you?
Yeah, not too bad. Dan, before the break, kind of covered my point about we all saw the camera look straight at the assistant referee with the flag up. So what were the 4 people in the Stockley Park room looking at, or were they not looking at the TV? Because they're saying they thought the goal was given. Even on the screen it says checking disallowed goal. Well, then even the referee should look up and say, hang on, why are they checking the disallowed goal? Because I haven't disallowed the goal. So the communication, Mark Howsey was saying earlier, they're talking to each other through this. So I just think to myself, as you said, VAR, the technical, definition video assistant referee, is the person who is looking at the monitor. The system is the system. So the VAR was useless. The assistant VAR was useless. The other 2 people there, I don't know what their titles are, but, all that, and none of them knew what they were supposed to be checking for. But yet, if we get to hear the communication, I'd love to hear at what point does a referee not realise, well, why are you checking for that? Because I haven't given the goal. They thought the goal had been given, and he should, it should be clear. Well, no, the linesman waits for the ball to go across the line. We know that happens. Puts the flag up. I have blown for offside, so I haven't given the goal. So it's just like incompetent. And then I know you're talking about the Curtis Jones thing, and previous guy said it's definitely me. Having played football at a really low level, I would say Curtis is trying to trap the ball, slippery or whatever, goes over, unintentional, connects with him. Yeah. I don't think that's a red. I think.
Do you think any Liverpool fan will follow up and say it was a red? I don't.
Possibly, but then you talked about the Wisser one as well. Well, what did you think as a man? I'm not saying it's the Wisser with the goalkeeper. What do you think of Onana connecting with the Wolves striker earlier on when he didn't get anywhere near the ball and he literally punched a guy in the net?
Well, I saw there was a programme, wasn't there, afterwards with Michael Owen and was it Howard Webb?
Yeah.
And they played the audio. Did you see it?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
You
should go on YouTube.
What did it say?
You should go on YouTube. It's very interesting. They play the audio from it, and then Howard Webb explains the thought process behind it, and was basically alluding to the fact that there was no connection made between the person that Onana went into, and he didn't make the connection. He was a coming together of players.
Either way, Howard Webb said it was a pen.
No, I don't think he did.
I think he did.
I don't think he did. He said it was a coming together of players.
No, but I think he said...
Look, it should have been given,
100%.
right? But they might not have scored it, but it should have been given. Yeah. But we're going to... Thank you for calling. What is amazing, going back to the VAR decision from the weekend at Spurs, what is amazing is they didn't see it. These I think it's Darren England, Dan Cook, they didn't see it, right? What were they doing?
Yeah.
I need to know that. I was watching the telly.
Yeah.
You were watching the telly?
Do you know what I think they watched? Ryder Cup.
Maybe, but I'll tell you what, they weren't watching the football.
No.
They were not watching the football. They couldn't have been watching the football.
No.
What were they doing?
I wonder if they'd even seen that. Well, I hope they have. They'd seen that the referee giving a free kick and they played on rather than going.
Probably didn't even.
Maybe it was like 5 minutes later they've gone.
I'm amazed that he heard check complete and didn't hear get in the hole.
Yeah.
Get in the hole? Was that? Were you watching? No, nothing. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, honestly.
What were they doing? Seriously, genuinely.
Clearly
what were they doing? They were not
the
watching the football.
No.
Madness. Absolute madness.
talkSPORT Drive. Super opinionated sporting debate. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.